Hey guys, Fishing Chris here. Going to show you a few knots that I like to use when I'm out salmon steelhead fishing. The first knot I'm going to show you is an improved fisherman's knot. So starting with a piece of line, and just for reference I'm using really big gaudy hooks and really thick line. Obviously what you'll be using is much lighter than this, but it's easier to see on camera. So we're going to start, and it's going to start like any knot. You're going to run the line through the eye, and then you're going to go right back through a second time. Same way you came. Then pull it down just a little bit so you got this nice little loop here, as you can see. I'm actually going to give myself a little bit longer of a bitter end. Alright, so you got this little loop. So this would be your main line here. Okay, and then you're going to just take it and you're just going to do your normal wraps right around. Go around probably about 6, 7, 8 times, something like that. Sometimes less, sometimes more, depends. Okay, wrapped up, and you got your bitter end right here, and you're just going to take it and you're just going to go right through both of those loops. Pull tight. This thicker line, it doesn't like to cinch down right. So this will cinch down. It'll look like a little honeycomb when you do it with lighter line on the hooks, but that's it. And all this does is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it creates 2 loops right there around the eye of the hook. So it actually will not lose any of its breaking strength, and this is a really strong knot. So, alright, show you the next one. This next one is going to be a little bit more difficult, but it is absolutely necessary for any knot. This is the knot I tie probably on every hook, no matter what. So it's called the egg loop. And it's not too difficult. So you're going to start, right? Got your hook. You're going to start and you're going to run the line backwards down the shaft. So it's kind of different. You're going to take you're going to hold that line. Don't pull it out too far. I mean, you pull it out just enough so it goes past the shaft. The next part, you're going to take this and you're going to wrap it around that line and the shaft, and you're going to go 10 times around. Okay, and then that's what you're going to have. Use your finger to hold it. You're going to take the bitter end of that line and you're going to run it right back through. So I got the hook here in my hand. You're going to run it away from the hook. So down through the eye, and there you go. Okay. So you got this little bitter end sticking out. You don't want to pull this all the way through yet. So grab the line that you were wrapping around the shaft of the hook, and then now you're going to go around both of those lines 10 times around the shaft. Like so. And then you'll have this, something that looks like that anyway. And then you got this bitter end now sticking out of the end, right? So you're going to grab onto that and you're going to pull it tight. Mending, you kind of pull slow because sometimes this line will spin up. Like I said, it's a little bit more difficult with this really thick stuff. Just hold on to the line, mend it as it goes through. Much easier on lighter line too, by the way. But as you pull that tight and you look at your finished product, you can actually take, this is your main line going through, so this is your strength member here. You're going to push that up, and this creates a little loop right here. And so when you're salmon steelhead fishing, you like to use eggs a lot, or sand shrimp, or whatever. So what that does is this allows you to connect those delicate baits right onto the line of the hook, and then after you stick them in there and you pull it tight, it holds them right there above the hook, right where you need it to be. So that's the egg loop knot right there. All you got to do now is take your handy dandy nail clippers, clip off that tag end, and if this was a legal hook for salmon steelhead fishing, right there is you're ready to rock. Now, if you wanted to get crazier, you can take this here. So say you're fishing with 2 hooks. This is something I do from the beach all the time. So I'll put an egg loop knot on my beach hooks too. So this next one I'm going to show you is the mooching rig setup here, and it's the same thing. You're just going to start from, so grab the bitter end of your line, and you're going to run it up the shaft of the hook. You're going to slide that hook down until you get it about where you want it. We'll move it a little bit closer. You're going to get it to about where you want it there. And then you're going to start doing the same thing. So this one, I'm not going to do an egg loop on because I have the egg loop here. So this is just your normal, just the normal way of doing the, actually I'll just go ahead and do an egg loop on it. So it's easier at this point. So do an egg loop again. Got my hook in hand, going to go away from the hook itself, pull a little tag line through, grab onto this. Going to lay that down along the shaft as well. Take your wraps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do 7 because it's easier right now. Tighten it down here. And voila. So now when you look at this, you have 2 hooks in line with each other, and they both actually currently have an egg loop knot on it. So a lot of when you go steelhead fishing, and you can actually use a setup like this, they both have to be single point barbless unless you're allowed to use barbed. But a lot of guys will do this, and they'll actually put a cheater or a corky in between these to allow them to float a little bit in the water. Of course, you'll be using size 2 hooks. You won't be using these gargantuan 6/0s, but you can put bait on this one, and you can put a little something on this, like can maybe tie in a yarn ball, something like that. Never know. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. This is also good from the beach. I mean, for attaching herring to fish with them. So there's a couple of knots for you. There's a couple different rigs. I'll post another video later on with more. So for now, catch you later, guys.